This month in SSW Tech News, AI fools humans with the iconic Turing test. Model context protocols, also known as MCPs, are making it easier than ever to integrate AI into your applications. And the world grapples with Trump's trade war. All that and more. I'm Cogan. Let's get into it. Starting off with MCPs, Microsoft has partnered with Anthropic to make it easier than ever to integrate AI into your C# applications. MCPs, what are they? They're an open protocol designed by Anthropic, and they enable interaction between LLM applications and external data sources and tools. So basically, they've become really popular since last year. Everyone's adopting these MCPs, including Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, which is great because it's like creating a common language for the AI to interact with your applications. And joining the bandwagon now is C#. So we've seen the rapid adoption, and now if you've got a project using C#, you can get over here, have a look, and see how to integrate it. What we're looking for next is the two major AI players of Meta and Amazon to really join the MCP universe and hop on, do a partnership with Anthropic, and make their tools easier to use. Google has announced Agent2Agent Protocol. So in the recent past, when humans wanted help with something, we Googled it. In fact, some of us still do Google it. A lot of us use chatbots though. Now, when AI agents want help doing something, they will be using the Agent2Agent Protocol, which is like a search selection for AI agents. And it's pretty awesome. Google has had a bunch of collaborators, including Atlassian, we have Salesforce, SAP, ServiceNow, UKG. The A2A protocol will allow agents to communicate with each other. So they'll be exchanging information between agents and giving each other work. It'll be a chain of AI agents helping you do things efficiently, and these companies are helping it become more streamlined. Speaking of AI integration capabilities, GitHub Copilot is also embracing MCP capabilities. So, you might have noticed Microsoft had its 50th anniversary, and there was a lot of storm about it on Twitter and Blue Sky. They brought in some old CEOs, but they also released a bunch of cool features, including agent mode for Visual Studio Code. And that's available for all users now. And it's complete with this MCP technology. That's the tech that makes it even easier for the LLMs to communicate with your development. And whatever LLM you're using, whether that's Anthropic, Claude, Sonnet, OpenAI, they're all available. And you can get some more information about using this tech over here in the GitHub blog. And what I thought was really cool is even if you're paying, or maybe you're not paying, but someone at your company is paying for one of these premium models, in the new version of Visual Studio, you'll be able to use that and integrate it into your development process. If you're already onto it, let us know how you're finding it. AI has now smashed the Turing test. So ChatGPT's 4.5 model has absolutely annihilated any other model when it comes to passing this human-like engagement test. It's called the Turing test, and it was first proposed by a British computer scientist back in the 50s. And it was meant to be a barometer of whether artificial intelligence can match human intelligence. It's not the most foolproof test, but it's a very iconic test. And it basically involves human interrogators having conversations with the machine and having to decide, was that a machine? Was it a human? They got 300 participants for this latest study, and they ran tests with GPT 4.5. I would like to think I would be able to tell the difference, but out of these 300, 73% of the time, they thought that ChatGPT 4.5 was a human. And that is pretty amazing. I will note that's not the first time that AI has passed the Turing test, but it is the most convincing passing. In fact, it's honestly a distinction, maybe even a high distinction, depending on which university you went to. Do you think you would have been fooled? Let us know in the comments. Next up, Meta has been accused of gaming the AI benchmark system. So, their new model, Llama 4, was performing really well on AI Arena. And this is basically where people go to compare the AI models, see who's doing best. There was a bit of controversy about it, so much so that the Meta VP of Gen AI came out and he said, hey, we've heard claims that we trained on the test sets. Simply not true. We would never do that. The evidence begs to differ.
10 million tokens. It's currently sitting on top of the LM Arena leaderboard and outclasses every other proprietary model except for Gemini 2.5 Pro. That's incredibly impressive because on LM Arena, you can't game the benchmarks. The ranking is based on thousands of head-to-head chats where a real human picks the better conversation. Well, actually, Meta figured out a way to cheese the LM Arena because the model you see there is not the real open-weight Llama Maverick, but rather an imposter that's been fine-tuned for human preference to dominate this leaderboard. That was not a very cool move to make, and LM Arena had to come out and say, quote, Meta's interpretation of our policy did not match what we expect from model providers. Llama 4 looks amazing on paper, but for some reason it's not passing the vibe check. And in today's video, we'll get to the bottom of it.
If you're interested on getting a little bit more information on how Meta gamed the system, feel free to watch the rest of that video. As AI models are leveling up, so is their image generation. And OpenAI has just come out with 4.0 image generation. It's pretty awesome. In terms of working with text, it's a lot better than what it has been in the past. We've got these whiteboard sessions, which look great. That's all AI generated. It's working with words a lot better. You can see it over here. And in fact, it was looking so good, it started to cause some controversy. And you would have had to have been living under a rock to have missed this Studio Ghibli trend. Here we have the iconic distracted boyfriend meme. And it's not the only thing on the internet that has been turned into the Studio Ghibli trends. We are seeing Jerry. We're seeing Mike Tyson get amongst it. We're seeing these iconic moments from Star Wars, from The Godfather, from Lord of the Rings, all turned into this Studio Ghibli style. It's very satisfying to look at. It's very gorgeous. But where the controversy comes in is that the head animator of the Japanese animation studio, he is famous for this speech he's given about AI and copyright and the eloquent way that he condemned AI. And now we can see that his house style is being replicated all over the internet. Maybe you think it's amazing, maybe you think it's concerning, or maybe you're like me and you think it's amazing and concerning. Whatever your thoughts are, it's clear that we have a long way to go before AI and AI image generation in particular has a healthy relationship with copyright. Countries all around the world have been slapped with tariffs from the Trump administration. Here in Australia, we got off lightly with a minor 10%. But to its biggest superpower rival, China, the tariff war has been racing up past the hundreds. And as China manufactures, well, most goods, from tech to clothing, it's really having huge implications around the world. That's really affecting global supply chains. Here we see in this Verge article, the US will impose a cumulative 104% tariff on goods imported from China. And what this means is that companies, especially tech companies that are importing a lot of gadgets from the US, we're going to see their supply chain shift. We're going to see consumer goods go up in cost, and not really just for American citizens, but for citizens around the world. If you have any thoughts on how this trade war is going to affect the tech industry, let us know down in the comments. It's definitely a story to keep watching. That's all in SSW Tech News this month. If you think we've missed any major stories in the AI and tech race, let us know down below. Next up, we have Matt Wicks. He's presenting this month's user group, Next.js plus GitHub-based CMS, open source high-performance content management. Get more on that right now. Over to you, Matt.